Two university students, Rick and Jennifer, take refuge from a storm in West Mansion, a local landmark known as Splatterhouse. At the mansion, the two are attacked by demonic creatures that drag Jennifer into the house and fatally wound Rick, leaving him for dead. They toss his discarded body into the basement, where the terror mask finds him. Welcome to a special Halloween Let's Play, Splatterhouse. Yet another gem for the TurboGrafx and one of the games I've grown up playing. Though as with most of the games on the TurboGrafx, I never got all that far. Because the game is hard, which means I'm going to be smacking guys upside the head with a 2x4, and probably save-stating a lot. Early on, not so much, but it'll come eventually, and he's heaving some stuff at me. Oi! No, you don't. You're not sneaking up on me. The green stuff hurts you, by the way. As do the spikes. And there's a bat. I don't like you, Mr. Bat. Now, for a Halloween Let's Play, I'm not exactly big on spooky, scary type games, but you know what? I don't mind some Splatterhouse from time to time. Now, the game is a pretty simple platform beat-em-up type game. I'd say there are some very minor platforming stuff in this game, but there's not much. You play as Rick, though, with the terror mask. And you can punch and kick stuff and pick up 2x4s and then beat stuff with 2x4s. And leaving the basement, we find our first boss. Not the hardest boss in the world. You're pretty good as long as you just duck in the center of the room and kick your heart out. That's it, really. I could probably time my kicks, I suppose, but I like just kicking madly. And it works, so, I'm not complaining. Now, this is kind of dependent on the music. It just goes on until the music ends. Now. And with that, we move to stage 2. We've escaped from the basement. Into the regular parts of the house, I guess you could say. Red guys take 1 hit, green guys take 2. The green stuff goes away if you wait long enough. So you can be... I have to throw a wrench at him. So you can be patient if you want to. Personally, I can jump over it without too much trouble. So I do! Take that! Now this is the mansion owned by a Dr. West. The mansion nicknamed Splatterhouse for all of the weird give me that. All the weird demonic experiments rumored to have gone on here. Now, the first 2 levels are pretty easy. This is pretty much it. These green swamp monster guys, though, they're kind of a joke if you got a 2x4, but... Okay. Kind of a joke if you've got a 2x4, but they're actually a little bit harder if you don't, because they have a longer reach than you, and they will punch you. And I splashed him. first 2 levels of the game, pretty easy for levels, actually. In fact, I don't think I've been hit yet. And with that, we fight the first boss. A Poltergeist, it would seem. Be careful of the stuff falling from the ceiling here. Okay, dodge that one. Beat up a chair. Because this is what Poltergeists do. They throw chairs at you. And then hide, because he's going to throw knives. It's going to throw knives at you next. And you're going to punch knives, because that totally makes sense. Yes, punching knives, the perfect way to destroy knives. And then a picture. Picture is probably the worst part. I'm probably going to get hit here a couple times. Wow, I didn't. And the Poltergeist is free! By the way, if you were standing underneath that chandelier, I think it's instant death. Now, being as violent a game as this is, it was severely censored down to this version. Shotgun. Ah, darn it. Freaking dog. Take that, and that. And I'm going to keep going, because there's a dog behind me. Ah, dog. And these small green lights here are probably going to be bad. In fact, yes, they are bad. I'll just say that now. They are bad. Come on, somebody else show up that I can throw this at, dang it. Yay! Now I only have 1 shot left. Those guys, I'm killing them pretty quickly, but those guys will heave stuff at you, and I'm going to save state here because I die at this boss all the time. In fact, I'm gonna juggle shotguns here, so I've got a good shotgun when I get to him. Come on! Oh crap, I'm all out. Ah, and he hit me with his chainsaw arm. Aha, take that! With 1 hit left, and I gain an extra life. Chainsaw-armed abomination is down. We've now left the mansion, though, going through a small foresty area, going to another part of the mansion-y area. And we move to Stage 4, which I don't like at all. And I'm save-stating, because I don't like this stage at all. There's these dudes that jump, and they're all jerks about it. Actually, that went pretty well. I don't know what you are, but you're weird. Yeah, like I said, green guys take 2 hits. Red guys just take 1. Oh yes, this part. Once again, not terribly bad. There's only the 1 blade. Let's see. Oh, I was going to say, this version of the game has been heavily censored from the original Japanese version of it. Hoyo! Hoyo! Oh, dang. In fact, a lot of the storyline was left out, so as you saw in the start there, I'm splicing in sections from, oh, joyous day. I'm going to be splicing in sections from the Japanese arcade version to help explain the story and what's going on here. I don't like this at all. Ah! Yay! Oh, now the areas are scrolling, but it's actually not that bad, because if you hit the back of the screen, it stops scrolling. And these fake Ricks that come out are a jerk to kill. Ah! So, I'm going to do my best to not get hit by them. I said, do my best to not get hit by them. Ah, take that! Because they do all your moves with the same range as you, with the reflexes of a computer. So, yeah, good luck beating that. I find jump kicks are generally pretty good about them. The, controls are a little loose in the game, though. So, that may not be the easiest thing to do. Through the Hall of Mirrors. into the local church to find this abomination. Aha! I have a meat cleaver now! Also, point of note is this meat cleaver is the only place in the game that this meat cleaver exists. It was actually one of the main weapons replacing the 2x4 in the Japanese version of the game. Also of note is the Japanese version was much, much more violent. I also found ducking against this boss is very effective, but only not there. I did very badly there. That was my own fault. You do want to hit the, You want to try to hit the freaking cross in the center, and I do believe he regenerates the, faces if you wait long enough. So that's probably not going to go too well. I said... yeah, like I said, probably want to do a lot of ducking against this boss. Because a lot of the faces and whatnot seem to go either just over your head or foot level. Some of them don't, though, so, be ready. How about being close enough to hit him? That would help considerably. There we go, that was going pretty good for me. No, you don't. I save stated for a reason. You jerk! You abomination! We're still trying to find our dear Jennifer, though. She wasn't here, but in defeating that, has everything turned well? I dare say it hasn't. And we move on to stage 5, with only 3 hearts. More chairs! And I hit the wrong button! I don't have all that much life, so I'm probably going to be dying here, which will help get me some life back, actually, so we got that going for us. Sadly, you can't take weapons between rooms, so you'll lose it as soon as you go through the door. Pity that. I'm rather fond of the 2x4. Ah, yes, the hands. It's actually not that terribly bad to get by them. For the most part, you don't have to worry about it. There's a jumping hand if you can take him out when you can. Good for you. Otherwise, oh, and you have to be careful, because you're forced to move along the slants. So the downward slant, you will slide and fall into the pit, whether you like it or not. So just keep moving, keep jumping. Keep moving, keep jumping. Ah, jerk hand. Now here you have 2 options. You can go up or down. Down, probably bad, so I'm gonna go up. In fact, I'm going to save and pick up here next time. Until then, everyone, we'll continue on and save our dear Jennifer.